Dude, dude,
Yo,
this unmarked, unprecedented territory right here. You know what I'm saying?
hey man, it is what it is, man. This is what we do. What we
It is.
do.
It
This
is.
is
And we
how we do it.
we always gonna do what we do, man. You know what I'm saying? I got the gummy worms on deck, so I'm feeling real spectacular, man.
You are.
I
That is
am.
super. That is super dope. You feeling real spectacular tonight, man. Tonight is a very special episode, man. A lot of people don't recognize it, understand it, but it is what it is. This is what we doing. The people wanted it, so we just giving the people what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Before I get on the feedback tip.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Tonight I'm controlling the mic.
Mm. You on the ones and twos?
I'm on the ones and twos tonight, man. You want to hear last week when I
Yeah, I
was
wasn't.
tired of the bullshit. You know what I
DJ Big
mean?
Tone.
Huh?
I said DJ Big Tone.
Don't give me no new names, cause you could be xed out of here too. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
You
trying
could
to show
be
love. Nigga get X'd out for showing love. Ain't that something?
you could be xed up out of here too. Like it was a lot going on. You know, I didn't have the crew that I normally have,
Mm-hmm.
but we made it work out of
Out of the rubble all hustle.
yep.
All that. Hey man, it always get ironed out, you feel me? No
Maybe this is
matter
a new show we can start. How about this?
we call
How
it
about
off the
this new?
mask.
Maybe this is a new show we can start. How about this right here?
We call it off the mask.
Nope. I say big guy and the youngest. Nope.
Call it OG and Young Bull.
OG and young boy.
Nigga missed one episode, a whole new show created.
It's a whole new show, man. Things are changing, rearranging. But that's really not what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. It is us, the young bull Malachi and Big Tone. We here from Mask Off. This is episode 92. Episode 92, 222, red, black, and green.
Yes,
If you
sir.
don't know what that means, that's February 22, meaning the year 22, February, deuce, deuce,
Mm-hmm.
red, black, and green. We talking about everything under the sun that has happened throughout this week and more. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Me and the young boy, we doing what we do. We doing it like we do
It's
any
awesome.
kind of week. So if it's any kind of week, we can only start the way we normally start, just minus two people.
Yep.
So I'm gonna ask you, young boy, how was your week?
Man, my week was interesting, man. I learned a lot this week. It got rough for me with the comedy tip for sure. Um, I just had a couple runs that weren't so favorable, and started to second guess myself, man. Um, but I'm blessed that I have my mother, and the people around me to line me back up. You feel me? Especially my comedy coach, Mike Larry. So man, I'm feeling good. Got me back on my square, and now I'm back better than ever, baby. You feel me?
What was some of the things that was
Yeah, I
giving
just I
you giving
I
you a
did.
dilemma this week?
Yeah, I did two shows, one at 90s and one at the Sloppy Crab downtown, and just didn't go as favorable as I wanted them to, and learning how to give myself the credit, not the credit, but the room to grow, the room to make mistakes, and I don't always allow myself that room, and so I'm learning that alone. So it just didn't go as I planned it to, and therefore I felt like, man, can I even do this? I went that far, so it's like within all that, I'm learning how to manage my emotions, manage my reactions, um, and trust the process. When you're going through the process is the good and the bad. It's the refining. It's the making you better. It's the building you up. It's tearing you down and building you up. So when you're getting tore down, you gotta trust it just the same as when you're getting built up, because that's what the process is. It's got to make sure you solid. You know what I'm saying? So nothing outside of the norm of what happens in any game, any craft, anything you do. It's the ebb and flow. So I'm learning how to really trust that process and really what it means to trust the process. Cause when it get tight, you be like, man, but that's the part of the process. It's supposed to get tight. So
That's heavy, man. That's real heavy, man. And you know what? You know what? And I think I said this to you before, man. The fact that you're so young and you're able to recognize and adapt to change what every environment you be in, that is a gift within itself, man. You can only get better as time progresses and you learn how to navigate through these systems, man.
mm,
So we always salute you here. Big ups to you, and it's nothing but love this way. And I'm sure the other two they think the same way, my G. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
continue to do what you do. Trust the process. Mind over matter. That's the big thing. Mind over matter.
Oh, that's real good, OG. And just like you said, it's the mind starts. It starts there. Starts there. Once you got your mind right, because your mind guides your perspective. It guides how you see things, and your perspective builds your reality. And
Hmm.
if your reality is that, man, it sucks, then it's gonna suck. But if you like, man, this is it's tough right now, but I'm supposed to go through it, and you're gonna have fun that way. So yeah, you gotta get that mind right.
Yeah. So I guess this is where you would ask me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I guess I gotta flip it back to you, man, because this I forgot we got a two-man joint here going. Now, how was your week, OG? Talk to the people.
Well, for those who don't know, I auditioned for a stage play last week, and I got the role,
Nice.
as like one of the main people in the stage play. So, and last week we actually had the writer, the CEO, the COO, and the director on the show. It just so happens that you weren't physically here, but you
Mm-hmm.
were in the comments as
Mm-hmm.
we were talking, getting to
Mm-hmm.
know about the show. So that's the stage play that I'll be in, and I went to rehearsal, worked on my lines. We actually worked on my lines sometime this week, man. And
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get along with the process, man. Just
Mm-hmm.
just learn and grow, man. Learn and
Mm-hmm.
grow. That's a big thing for me because I've always wanted to be in one of these stage plays, these one of these like Tyler Perry-ish stage
Productions. Yeah.
plays, productions,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm having my opportunity, and I'm trying to immerse myself in the moment.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm proud of you, OG. First of all, for one, booking that role. You know what I'm saying? Going in, doing your thing, and two, putting the work in early. You know what I'm saying? You first week, you got on me like, hey, help me out. You know what I'm saying? So just the fact that you even are positioning yourself to wanna, be great. You know what I'm saying? That's where it starts, and you got to seek out to get that, put that extra time in, put that extra effort in, and so yeah, I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah, man, that's all you could do is just take advantage of the situation. And I know people that are better than me at it, so I have to go to people that know what they're doing. And
Hmm.
that's another thing too. Let's just do this, man. And
Yeah.
I'm going heavy on the ticker today, as you see. You know what I'm
I see
saying?
you, man.
You know what I'm
Man.
saying? My ticker game is getting up there.
I'm about
You
to
know what I
shed a
mean?
tear, man. I said, dang, he on it.
You know what I mean? I'm doing heavy on the ticker. So uh, in the comments, if y'all want to see more ticker, just let me know that.
Yeah.
Let me know more ticker, and I'm on it. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So what I was going to say is, man, what we need to do is we need to invest in the young boy coming out with his own acting classes for up and coming actors. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I'm the first one putting the shameless plug
Hey.
for the Lee Studios.
Hey. Ooh, that's got a ring to it. Ooh, that's got a ring to it. Ooh, I feel that, OG.
You
Okay.
like that? That
I'm.
sounds sexy, don't it?
Ooh, it do. Lee Studios. Oh.
Lee Studios in this piece.
Hey man, see, I love it, man. I love that you charged me to that, man. Now I gotta step it up. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get to it. And a lot of people have been coming to me for coaching, for advice, for guidance, leadership in this game, and it brings me a great joy to be able to help people, and it helps me, it sharpens me as an artist, as a man. So yeah, and it's what the people need. It's the industry that we have in Detroit. They need that help. They need that right way to do it. And I've been blessed to get training under my acting coach, Sheik Mahmoud Bey, and and now it's time for me to spread my wings and show others the way. So yeah,
You know what, bro? I don't think I know anybody that's doing that. That's
in the
here like
class.
that.
Okay,
Yeah. So if you making an impact like that, that's even more better. You know what I
right,
mean?
true, true.
It's always good to be a first at something
Hmm.
because you set the bar for other people to be like, oh, okay, that's dope. You know what I mean? So it's always good. The way I look at it, if you first want to do it, you can set your own price range. You can set everything that's yours, and you can
Right,
own it. You know what I
right.
mean? So
Ownership.
yeah. So
Hey, Lee Studios in the work, man. Man, hey, I like that. I like that. Lee Studios. Whew,
let's get it. Let's get it.
feel it.
Let's get it. So now our introductions are over. You know what this is? This is Mask Off, and we what we doing next? We always do a motivational minute.
Yes, sir.
Now that you back, we got to do it the right way.
Hey,
So I'm just gonna get up out of here, and I'm gonna give you what you need, and that's a little spacey energy, so you can get the people what they need, my brother.
yes,
Oh
sir.
shit, I did it the wrong way.
Yep.
Be kind to me.
Hey,
Go ahead.
real patient with it. Hey, I love it. What up, though? Today's motivational minute is about celebrate your heritage. Now we know this is Black History Month, February. Okay, but you don't wait till just February. You got to celebrate your heritage all year round. Celebrate the culture all year round. Don't just wait on a set time to dig into some history, dig into some lessons, know where you came from so you can know where you're going even further. And there's Black history that's being made right now as we speak. There's pioneers that are happening right now as we speak. New Black billionaires, new Black billionaires and millionaires, new Black inventors, creatives, artists, entertainers. We pushing the culture forward. We still are, and right now is the history as well. It's the Black present, not just Black History Month, but Black Present Month. The things that we doing now, the things that we have done. Don't wait till a certain set time to celebrate those things. Celebrate that all year round. Bow.
I'm coming. I'm coming. So once again, if people don't know, this is my first time behind the mic, the ones and the twos, and I'm trying to get it right. So thank you for your patience. But once again, in the words of Big Jake, I'm gonna say it. That young boy is dropping infinite jewels. Hold up, did I take him off the screen? Hold up, we ain't on the screen together. Let's do this. Let's do it like this.
Boom.
Boom. There we go. In full effect. Hold on. Wait. One more. Boom.
Hey, I like this one right here. I think
Okay.
it's the one for the double joint. The
This the
double,
one?
yeah. This
All
the one. It's more. What I'm saying, it was a little more spread out like that first one. I think with just me and you and this boy, let's rock it like this.
Yeah, okay. All right. We're gonna do that. We're gonna give it to people right here. Right here.
Get the people what they
So
want.
so a show ain't a show unless we have all the players involved. We may not have all four, but we managed to get one of our homies here to come say a word tonight. You know what I'm saying? Even
Really?
though he busy in the cut doing major things, we was able to get some things popping. So let me see what I can find.
What are you gonna tell you? He got a.
It's only what right we give it to him, and we give it to him.
We got a
Hold
photo
on.
culture. We got a photo culture from Jake.
Yeah,
Jake the Great.
we definitely got for the culture. Give me a
Oh snap!
moment and let me get him together.
Hey, photo
You
culture on the
ready?
way.
Let's go for the culture. Boom. Boom.
What up, though, y'all? It's your boy Jake, and as y'all know, it's February, so you know what that means. It's Black History Month, and a lot of people, they wonder why, you know, Black History Month is the shortest month of the year. A lot of people think America did that, to slight the black community, but the truth is that Black History Month started off as Black History Week by Carter G. Woodson. And, the reason he chose that month is because, Frederick Douglass' birthday was in February, and also a lot of historical events in the Black history happened in February. That's why he chose That's why he chose that month. And like I said, it started off as a week, and then with support from the country, with support from like President Gerald Ford, Black History Week became Black History Month eventually. Um, so that's why February is Black History Month. But at the same time, there's a lot of distractions in February. That can that can that can hinder us learning Black history. For example, like Valentine's Day, the Emmys, Grammys, Oscars, NBA All Star Weekend, and the Super Bowl. And you know what? Like Super Bowl, that's something interesting. Um, everyone's excited about the Super Bowl, and it seemed like no one even cares about what happened to Colin Kaepernick, like what he did, why he did it. You know what I'm saying? No one cares about it. He should be playing in the NFL, but he's not over something stupid like disrespecting the so-called flag. But you know, but things like that, those are things we need to pay attention to because that's a huge distraction from what's really going on. And the reason I brought these things up, all these things are going on in February because it's just like it's the bigger picture is like we're always distracted from what's really going on and what we need to be knowledgeable about, and things that really matter. So like as far like Black History Month, it should be more than just a month. It should be every day, and because not everything that we should learn they're not going to teach you in schools, and that's why we need to seek out learning on our own, and we need to push Black history, promote it as much as we can because the media they're not going to give Black history the same press that they give all those other things like Valentine's Day and all those award shows and Super Bowl and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like all the stuff they do to promote those things, they need to do that for things that really matter. But they're not going to do that. They're going to promote the bullshit. So, that's why you got to keep your eyes, your ears open, and really seek the truth. Because like this country, America, they're not going to give you the truth. So yeah, that's it for the culture.
Powerful, man.
It
That was
was.
really powerful. And shout out to Jake for the culture, man. That
Yeah,
that was dope stuff right there.
it was.
So and I really do feel like when it comes to a lot of things that he said is completely accurate.
Hmm.
We've said it. Stop waiting to the last minute to talk about the stuff that's important. You know what
Right.
I mean? Stop waiting for the last minute to have a discussion about Black History Month. You know what I mean? Black History Month should be celebrated. You know what I mean? Every day.
Yep.
It's too bad that because of our economic plight, we place value on self worth.
Hmm.
What I mean by that is materialism, and we don't place value on what's important, and that's us growing economically
Right.
together, and and being prosperous.
Hmm.
So hopefully things change in the future, man. Because right now, it's we stagnant. You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. He made some good points because I didn't know that it started out as a week. I didn't know that. So that was learned. That was news to me. I learned that information. And I don't think it's by coincidence that they have all these major events in the same month. And it's packed in. Even as Jacob was mentioning them, I'm like, that is a lot of major events. For the country itself. Just these are things that bring everybody together. You know what I'm saying? The Grammys, the Super Bowl, the All Star Weekend. These are the whole country is pretty much eyes on these events. So it's very interesting, and I don't think it's a coincidence, you know. And people don't need much to distract them. You know, social media is already there as a distraction alone. So you have, oh man, we doing this month. So first thing people think of when they hit February is these events, and not the real cause at hand, which is celebrating our heritage, celebrating our culture. So it's got to be a change made.
Yeah, and that's a lot of it too, man. It's just distractions from the matrix.
Hmm.
Like when you look at it, man, like a lot of things that we all get caught up in. We get caught up in what's hot, what's trending,
Yep.
what we doing on social media. Let's go to this place, let's go to there, instead
Hmm.
of us getting to the meat and potatoes as to why we're in the plight in which we're in today. You know what I'm saying? So,
Exactly.
it's so many things that are transpiring other than a George Floyd or the Breonna Taylor. They just had a whole situation with another guy with a no knock policy
Hmm.
in Minnesota, Minneapolis,
Hmm.
recently, where they no knocked the door, went in somebody's house, and shot a man dead, and he laying on his couch under the covers.
Right.
You know what I mean? So this stuff has not stopped. It
Hmm.
has progressively become a norm for us that we become numb to it. And and all this is relative. All of it correlates to being black, being proud of who you are,
Absolutely.
representing not just 222, but representing being black every day. And if
Hmm.
and part of my spiel here is the fact that we got so much work to do that we lose sight on being part of what Hallmark make us celebrate.
Right. Good point. Really good point. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Got to refocus that effort, refocus that energy, man. Because when we come together as a people, when we do feel a cause, we move on it. You know, whether it be anything, we like, especially our buying power. You know, we was able to funnel that buying power into, because we have the minority, but our buying power is pretty heavy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it shows we want spending the money. So what does that say?
Yeah. So right now, we have for the culture, we have motivational minute. Let's get into something we call the comment section. So, ladies and gentlemen, are you out there? Are you
Yep.
tuning in? What's going on, youngin?
Yep, I got Tom in the house. He said, tapped in, Tom in the house. He said,
Tom,
Malachi,
what's up?
what up, game time? He said, Malachi, your self empathy will go a long way in honing the stand up skills. You got this. Big salute, man. Big salute. Much appreciated. He said, good on you, Big Tone. Getting off book is always a good move. I think he
Thank
was
you.
talking about
Thank you.
your learning your joint, That's what we have in the Facebook and the YouTube.
That's
Yep.
it.
Yep. Facebook and YouTube. That's it.
All right. Well, main thing we need to go into is the group discussion. So
Let's
are
get it.
you ready? Group discussion, group discussion, group discussion, group
Oh, one more.
discussion.
He said
Oh,
Jake is on it. School don't teach you everything. Yep, that's all from game time.
that's true. School
Hmm.
don't. So
Yeah, group discussion. Let's get it.
let's get it. So I'm gonna hand it to you.
Cool.
I'm gonna hand it to you. Let's go.
Yeah. So we doing a little something different. We got a round of quick hits, and we gonna quick hit these boys. Gonna give our opinions on these current topics that happen. First things first is the idea of Black history itself. What's your thoughts on it? Jake kind of mentioned it a little bit. Let's dig a little more in deep in just your broad version of what you think it is, it should be, where's it going, it progress, regress. What you think about the idea of Black history?
Black history, man. I think every ethnicity, every culture should have something they should be proud of.
Mm,
I think when it comes to African Americans, we are lost in a sense of we don't know who we are, we don't know where we're from. So celebrating the culture, which would be African American heritage, we're lost with that. That's my point of view. I believe we're lost because how do we celebrate African American history when so many years we don't get the credit
mm.
for half the shit that we've created? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So now fast forward, you have like this year alone, they just talk about we're celebrating Juneteenth as a national holiday. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how many uprisings that we have to assimilate and be a part of this culture that's
Hmm.
called the world, the American culture.
Hmm.
Um, how do I feel about Black history? I think it's great to have pride in what we do, but we got work to do.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's overall what the problem is. We're not really putting work in to where we can really be prideful and say, hey, look, I love you, my brother. I love you, my sister.
Hmm.
I don't see that, but overall, I think it's a great thing. It's ideally a great thing for us to celebrate.
Hmm.
I didn't like I didn't like the short week. I mean, the short month. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that Black history is the history. You know, we are a lot of the pioneers on a lot of the things that were invented, that were made. Are, I mean, this country was built by us. You know, literally. You know what I'm saying? On our blood and tears and backs. So it needs to be more done generally for America to celebrate this because it is us. You know, it is us. It's just us. You know, it's us that created all of this. Not I'm not gonna say all of it, but for the most part, a lot of these inventions, a lot of the things that people like, especially with the culture, with the entertainment, with the industrial version of the history, that's all came from us. So, and that kind of segue into our next point of the entertainment industry. Motown. Motown was a heavy advocate for music, period, in that area. And it started in Detroit, and that's African American. You know what I'm saying? Like that's, you got this form of music that was created that pioneered the way for a lot of artists now, a lot of artists today, and music in general. You know.
Yeah, I used to 2000 before I moved, year 2000 before I moved to Philadelphia, I used to be a tour guide for the Motown Museum.
Mm.
And I have to say, just off history alone, it was one of the best jobs I ever had, one of the best experiences that I ever had. And I was blessed to walk those hallways up
Mm-hmm.
on Grand Boulevard, West Grand Boulevard,
Mm-hmm.
and you feel that presence,
You do.
that historical presence.
Mm.
You,
And
you
energy.
it's an energy that makes you feel proud to be there. You feel
Absolutely.
like in the way they preserve everything is like, wow, this is dope. Some way, somehow, we're all connected to this. You know what I
Right.
mean? So yeah, so that
You.
that alone was dope.
Yeah, yeah. Like you said again, just reiterating that energy is ooh, that energy. You can feel it still, it's still alive. So, um, next one we got Brian Flores. Um, he sued. He is suing three NFL teams for discrimination, acts of racism against the Dolphins, the Giants, and the Broncos. Now, what's being said is that he's pretty much putting his career on the line for a greater good, for a greater cause, and kind of exposing some of the ideologies and ways that the NFL operates. Um, being a predominantly white owned entity, the coaching staff predominantly white, but the players predominantly black. Which reminds us of another era of history where the white people ran the black people who were big and strong and moving weight. So he's putting in a light to these issues, and I for one like it. And that's going back to my point. This is the type of history that's being made now. People that are standing up and pushing forward the cause of equality.
I I had a situation, and it's concerning our next topic, but I'm gonna say it with this topic because I had a situation to where I felt like, uh, you could be that guy that put everything on the line like he is, but it's so many people that's not going to back you up. They're going
Mm,
to watch you stand on that ledge by yourself and get shot down. You know what I mean? Like there's so many people. Like this whole week, I'm watching the Stephen A. Smith and all these other guys that do nothing to contribute to uh, our society, and they were like, "What he doing? He is doing a brave thing."
right. But run my check though.
Yeah, run my check. You know what I mean? I want to be the one that's going to talk about what he's doing, but
Right.
I'm not going to stand with him. You know
Right.
what I mean? I'm not going. You know what? ESPN and all this and all Disney, fuck this job. Y'all doing it to me too. No,
Right.
he's not going to do that. No one else is going to do that. They're going to watch this man, and I hear it's another guy too. Um, Hugh, I think his name Hugh Jackson.
Oh,
He
okay.
used to be the coach for Cincinnati,
Hmm.
and he took a stand too, and he was
Hmm.
talking about how they both was making an expression about how the GM would come to them, the owner would come to them because they had such like a bad team. They would tell them to tank the season. Tank meaning uh, deliberately lose the game. And this gentleman said, "No, that's against my integrity. I'm not doing that." And he got ostracized and fired for that. And that's not right. You know what I mean? Like, but you find out every day the person who controls the money controls you.
Mm.
You know what I mean? In these cases, these gentlemen, they work their butt off. And, you ain't want to say it, but they look like modern day slaves. The biggest buck out of everybody. They go through the whole draft, and the draft seemed like they auditioning to be the biggest buck, and we've gotten so caught up in enjoying it a lot, and I used to do it religiously. I'm watching the draft. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching a guy get a job that's going to change his whole family's life.
Hmm.
But with that comes so much unnecessary scrutiny.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, be honest with you, this guy, it don't matter if you're a coach or a player and you're black. The scrutiny is ridiculous.
Hmm.
I can't go out unless I got people filming me. I can't do this unless paparazzi's on me.
Hmm.
I must not say certain things about the job that I like and love, but dislike certain things. You know what I mean? So it's a constant scrutiny.
Hmm. Yep. That's just like you said, scrutiny. That's what we're dealing with there. Um, Next one, Whoopi Goldberg. She was suspended from the show The View, as you all know that she's a member of that, for her comments on the Holocaust. She was suspended, but then she threatened to quit. Mm. So me, I like the fact that she threatened to quit. First of all, because it shows like, nah, you can't just do that. Because first thing we have is freedom of speech. You feel me? That's the first thing we have. So you can't put a muzzle over my mouth. Yeah, you put me on this platform, but I still, as a human, I have freedom of speech. So okay, you gonna suspend me, man? I'll just leave this boy. So yeah. Put that, and that's one of those things that you had mentioned, OG, about taking that stand, being able to take that stand and go your route. You know?
Yeah, but it's a thin line too.
Okay.
And what I mean by thin line, it's a thin line that Whoopi ain't stupid. You know what I mean? For whatever reason, Whoopi decided to talk about Jewish people. You know what I mean? She know they control the media.
True.
They control the media. Like you, I don't know if she's just looking for controversy. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? Like you already been picked as one of the good Negroes.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't see the point. You know what I mean? I don't know if she decided to be comfortable and just voice how she really feel. And you know what I mean? Because I know when Trump was in office, she said a lot of things, and they backed her on it because we needed a villain, and Trump was the villain. So now, when you come out, you have a discussion, and you talk about Jewish people, and you know, majority of people that control the media is who? Jewish people. You know, you're gonna have to do some apologizing and some backtracking. So I don't know what's her energy with this. I don't even know if it's genuine or not. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So because she never, in my standpoint, I've never seen her took a stand in solidarity about anything that really mattered to the outside people of that's not in her world. Like she's talked about George Floyd, like everybody in the media, and she's talked about Breonna Taylor. But you know, if you're in the limelight and you've already been conditioned to be a certain kind of way, there's only so much you can say. You know what I mean? There's only so much her, Oprah,
Mm-hmm.
Gail, all of them. It's only so much they do say.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder what's the motivation to this.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Next. Uh, this one is so funny to me. Not really, but it's really surreal. There's a white billionaire that offered LeBron James and Serena Williams $1 billion to breed a baby. Go ahead and take that one first, OG.
Uh, you know, it's a classic case of buck breeding. You know what I mean? What I mean by buck breeding is I want the biggest, I want the strongest. You know what I mean? If it's a female, I want her to be big, strong, sexy, all these components that you can't get from other people, you know what I mean, or other DNA. Right now, LeBron James is considered to be the cream of the crop. You know what I mean? He's the chosen one for a reason. You know what I
Right.
mean? Other than myself, they chose him. You know what I mean?
Right.
I
Right.
just didn't get there first.
Right.
Y'all know how it is in my basketball career, but I don't want to talk about that. You
Absolutely.
know what I mean?
Because you chose to do mask off instead, which I so much appreciate, man.
Thank you. I appreciate the people needed somebody here, and I showed up to give the people what they want. Thank you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But it's very disrespectful. Your thoughts?
Yeah. If I played, I don't want to say the devil's advocate. I don't like using that word, but in a world where they did have a kid, that kid will be a beast for sure. But you can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. That they not animals. We're not animals. You know what I'm saying? And it's clear that that's what they kind of see us as animalistic. You know, animalistic. We are not animals. Next, Super Bowl. What happened to the boycott? There's no boycott, or is it a boycott? And ever since Colin Kaepernick, took his knee, that was the thing that black people were supposed to do is taking that is boycotting the sport. And I myself, ever since excuse me, ever since that Colin Kaepernick took that knee and we were supposed to boycott, I haven't been the same NFL fan that I have been. I haven't myself actually continued to boycott. That first season I did fully boycott, but after that I haven't been the same fan since. And also the movie Concussion. Those two events turned me off to football. So but what I do want to point out is the lowest price ticket is $6,000. The highest price ticket is $10,000, and the resale value is $21,000. What is going on? That's a lot of money. If I spend $6,000, y'all gotta let me play.
Where all this money to buy just a ticket coming from? That's a
To an
whole
event,
other. It's an event. You know what I mean? Like that's ridiculous, bro.
a game, a football game. Like that should come $6,000. That's that's two used cars. Like,
But
man,
you know what too? On another note, man, everything is about to start turning virtual. They
right.
about to, and Google, what's his name, Zuckerberg
Hmm.
with Facebook.
Hmm.
I don't know if you remember where it was something in the media where they was talking about a guy. He was buying shares of a virtual place, like a virtual house. So
Mm.
that's a big thing too, man. So they're spending $6,000 for a seat physically,
Mm.
but imagine what they doing virtually. That's a whole nother thing, bro.
Right. Good
So that's
point.
a yeah. So That's nothing compared to the virtual world that we about to engulf in.
That's a great point, man. And especially with the metaverse that's coming about and stuff like that. Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. We have okay, black athletes, kind of what we was talking about earlier, and just a little bit of what we were talking about earlier. But black athletes and the flack that they receive for using their voice, it was a big thing with LeBron that reporter told him to shut up and dribble. You know, so it's interesting that they have this power. These black athletes have this power, and they use their voice, but it's received with flack and backlash. And why are you saying this? You're just an athlete. No, you're an African American with an opinion. Um, you gotta let us speak. Freedom of speech, like I said, we gotta talk.
But I see the biggest problem that I have with that is we talking too much.
Mm.
we good athletes. We good employees. You know what I'm saying? We employees with an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Think about that. You know, when
Yeah.
you think of an athlete, you think of them. They make this amount of money, and they did this, and they doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But you are an employee to somebody. You're an employee to the coach. You're an employee to the GM. You're an employee to the owner. So think about that in another standpoint. If you was working somewhere else,
Mm-hmm.
that means that you're a regular employee. The coach would be your direct supervisor.
Mm-hmm.
The GM would be what? Your district manager.
Right.
And the CEO would be your the CEO of the company.
Right. Right.
So you got all these gripes, and you just a fucking worker.
Mm-hmm.
My point is, we need to do less talking and more owning. You know what I mean? We need to do some ownership.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We need to get shares and do a lot of ownership. So if you own something, you know, you can talk all you want, and you got a leg to stand on.
Yeah. That's a good point, but I think we can't wait until we own to speak though. You have a point. They do have hierarchy, but that doesn't mean don't say nothing because there's somebody over you.
No, I'm not saying that
Okay.
at all. I'm just saying that we waste too much time talking to people to change their perspective when this is their shit.
Okay.
You're gonna tell me what I should do with my shit.
Okay, good point.
You know what I mean? When you work here.
Okay, that's a good point. We should be building our own NBA, our own NFL instead of. That's a really good point. And two, if we just took all the black athletes and funneled them into our own league, you know what I'm saying? It'd be the BABA. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But just a black league, that's what we did. I know P Diddy they were talking about that for a little minute, but that's the type of groundbreaking stuff that we need.
Think about what Ice Cube doing with the 3-on-3.
Ah, beautiful. Yeah.
Beautiful, man. They still giving them boys an opportunity to play ball.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And they washed up, so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
African Americans, playing ball.
Mm-hmm.
If all these African Americans left the NBA, like what? You got a bunch of Joakim Nokic running around here. You got what's the ball from Denver? Doncic.
Yeah.
Doncic
from the Mavs, Luka Doncic.
Not Luka Doncic.
Yeah, Joker is the first one you talked about.
Yeah, that shouldn't be boring. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's a matter of what we bring flavor to everything. We the salt, pepper, the seasoning, the hot sauce. We got all that. You know what I mean? If we took all those components out, it'd just be plain old basketball.
Yeah, it'd be sad. Next one. The Washington Redskins changed their name to the. We all knew that they were coming around trying to find a name change. They were just Washington until they settled on a new name. The new name they settled on was the Washington Commanders.
That was some bullshit.
Garbage. Absolute garbage name. They couldn't think of anything else. And
that's like a 2K, an expansion team on 2K.
Exactly, exactly. The league you don't play in, you be like,
Yeah, you like, oh God, it's the Commanders.
yeah, like come on now. Yeah, I don't see how I don't see how that was an idea. I don't see how that went from idea to voting to let's roll this out. Like, what is a commander? Anyways,
Cobra Commander from G.I. Joe.
yeah,
Wow.
exactly. Black Supreme Court. President Joe Biden will soon announce a black woman as his nominee for the Supreme Court.
They was talking about they got to go African American, and I don't know why they pandering to the African. Well, it makes sense to have an African American up there. Only one they got up there, I believe, is Clarence Thomas.
Hmm.
And Clarence Thomas, he don't sway for nobody that's black. You know what I
Yes.
mean? So I don't know. You
Long
know,
time coming. It should be obvious. It's an obvious choice. It got to be. It's a diverse country. It's got to be a diverse Supreme Court. As simple as that.
but diversity don't just mean you get black though. You know what I mean? And I
Good point.
think that's the issue that we have when we talk about diversity. We only look at us as the minorities in a situation that need to get up. It's a lot of other people that need to get up. But
Mm.
the big issue is we always get singled out because of what? We get singled out because what? We can never change who we are.
Right.
Our skin color is what define who we are. So
Right.
we always gonna be black. You could
Absolutely.
be Puerto Rican, you could be Japanese, Korean. You could still uh, 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 look at yourself as being part of the Caucasian race, even though
Absolutely.
you're not. That'll never
Absolutely.
work with being black at all any day.
Yep. We got a lot of comments. Let's hit straight to them. Von Wink is actually going ham. What's up, Von Wink?
What's up, Winky Dink? What's the
Winky.
deal?
Winky Dink in the building. He said if the process clearly isn't working in a certain situation, you should be flexible to adjust the process to fix the situation. I think that was early when he said trust the process. I I agree. Definitely. There should be some adjustments made. Flexible. Yeah, you should be flexible to adjust the process to fit the situation. I agree. There definitely, and I believe the process shows you what adjustments you need to make. I feel like a foolish consistency is the hob, hobgoblin of little minds. The Malachi method, so no one confuses Malachi school with the Lee Starburst acting school. Okay, okay,
Okay,
I'm
okay.
with that. Hey, I like that. I like that, Von Wink. Appreciate it. He said, "Who decides what's important?" I don't know exactly what we was talking about at that point. Uh, are there really that many people who pay attention to the Grammys or the Emmys? I feel like there is enough, definitely enough Caucasian people for sure. Um, he said, "What? No group discussion, fanfare? Not that I'm desperate for it." Von, we got missed you, man. It's good to see you here. He said, "History isn't necessarily something to be celebrated. It's an man. He putting in some words in here. A amalgamation. I gotta do my research,
Ooh,
Von. I apologize. Of
ooh, I'm gonna give it
facts,
to you. I'm gonna give it to you.
which
Do your research. Ooh.
which which includes the good and the bad. Okay, that's a point. Yeah. So slavery, for example. Yeah. So I agree. So Crispus Attucks, Trayvon Martin, and the circumstances of Charles Drew death, as such, encompass Black history as George Washington Carver, Frederick Douglass, or what Charles Drew discovered. The First Amendment only covers the government impending on your speech. Generally, your employer can take action against you if you say something they don't like, particularly online. Okay, thank you, Vaughn. Organized professional sports is primarily geared towards corporate entities and company boxes. Yes, totally agree. And it's a capitalistic society. That's what it alludes to. I believe it wasn't a reporter who told James to shut up and dribble. It was Fox News commentator host Laura Ingram. Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you for that correction, Vaughn. Wink, winky dink,
Winky Dink.
winky dink in the building. Let's see. We got in the Facebook chat here. Live chat. Okay, Jacob is on at school. Don't teach you everything. Yep, that's what we got. Let me just double check. Oh no, he got here we go. This 3-on-3 looks great. Yep. I believe that was with for the Ice Cube lead. Commanders. Haha. Y'all ever seen the movie The Replacements? That movie already named the mascot, the Washington Senators. Right. Team Vaughn week in the building, man. That's what we got rocking right now, man. I mean that's what we got. So
So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we should do a gym of the week.
I think we should.
I think we should do a gym of the week because it's Black History Month. I'm gonna talk about one of the greatest documentaries I've ever seen that really changed my life. And it's
Really.
Hidden Colors. Hidden Colors is by a guy named Tariq Nachi. He came out with a 5 DVD movie series, Hidden Colors. Not what's that movie that came out? Hidden Gems or Hidden something?
Oh, I think it was Hidden Gems. Yeah.
No, this is called Hidden Colors by Tariq Nachi. And what is this? A documentary series that talks about all the things that Black people have touched, whether it's from Africa to whether it's from South America, whether it's from Europe, whether it's from the United States, the Americas, period. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things I didn't know that I was. I'm giving you a quick one that I didn't know. I didn't know the first league of hockey was created by Black men in Scotland. Did not
Mm,
know that at all.
I did not know that either.
Did not know that at all.
Wow. We are more cultured than we think.
Yeah, and I didn't even know that we had Negroes in Scotland. You know,
Start there. Yeah.
you'd be surprised everything that we touched as African Americans, man, whether we was Moorish people, you know, and that's another thing we don't talk about. We don't talk about the Moors and how they journeyed from Africa all the way up to Europe and helped change their culture and made them like really like civil. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So we doing comments. Let me
Yeah.
see.
That was I just hit him already before we.
Oh, DJ Touch is in the motherfucking building. Shout out to DJ Touch.
Touch. I didn't see that.
Oh, that just popped up, baby.
Oh, she just okay. Cool. What's up, DJ Touch?
Bam, bam,
Good
bam,
evening.
bam.
Yeah. I man, great gem of the week though, man. I'm gonna have to actually check that out myself. So
Yeah, you
thank
got
you.
to check them out. You can, matter of fact, you can get with me and I'll let you see 1 through 5. It's
Big
no
bet.
biggie, but check them out, people. Hidden Colors 1 through 5 by Tariq Nasheed. They have guest appearances on there from like Nas, KRS One,
Okay.
some other prominent African American scholars that you may or may not know.
Interesting.
Um, Umar Johnson, I believe he's on the first one.
Okay.
So check it out. It's serious business.
Dr. Umar Johnson.
Yeah. So this has been a wonderful night. You know, the big guy and the young boy. This has been a wonderful night, man.
It was, man. Great
And
episode.
great episode. We hit these quick hits. Uh oh. She's not a fan of Tariq Nasheed, as you can see. But you know, Tariq Nasheed, I think he the truth for what he represent. And to be honest, he was the only one that did this. You know what I mean? A
Hmm.
first means a lot. Now you got everybody trying to come up with their own little documentary of history, but he
Right.
tapped into something that nobody else was doing,
Hmm.
and now nobody else can be the first at it because he did a 5-part miniseries on it.
Boom.
So when you start the Lee's production for acting, you'll be the first to do it.
Yes, sir. Yep. And speaking of that, shameless plug. February 22nd, I'll be headlining at Ray's Boom Boom Room doing stand up comedy. I also have at Views Bar and Grill on the 13th. I'll be headlining as well, waiting on the flyer. And also on the 13th, I'll be at the Punchline doing a comedy competition actually. So tap in with me if you want to get at it.
Oh man, I was trying to put shameless plug on there, but I'm late.
Oh, it's
You
all
know
good.
what? I just know that Dan is gonna be cringing when he sees all these tickers. But I want to give a shameless plug too, man.
Mhm.
Dinner Detectives. I'm doing that every month. This month, we get it popping. I believe next week or the week after that. Then we go into March. It's every month we knocking out Dinner Detectives.
Dope.
It's at the Embassy Suite in Troy. Check us out. We doing big things. When we do things, it's always big.
Dope.
Also, I'm gonna be in this stage play. I mentioned it before. It's called Skin Deep. Come out, check it out. It's March 26th at the
Senate
Senate
Theater.
at the Senate Theater. I've never been there too, so it's a first for me. You know what I
And
mean?
you'll be performing on that stage,
I'll
OG.
be performing on that stage. On
Amazing.
that stage, man.
Amazing.
So
I'll be there, man. I can't wait. I'm proud, man.
no doubt, no doubt. Thank you, young boy.
Hey,
Thank you.
big, hey, OG. I want to just salute you, man. I just really just thinking back. You know, you doing Dinner Detectives, you doing this play, you doing this podcast. You know, to be a OG, still in the arts. That's a major salute, man.
Well,
Major salute.
thank you, but don't get it fucked up, young boy. You know what I mean? This is what I do. You know what I mean? This ain't yesterday. This
Nah,
ain't I just started this today or
nah,
yesterday.
nah.
This
You
is
been
what
doing
I
it,
do. I've
I,
been doing this.
and now I'm saluting what you do. So calm down, nigga.
Thank you. You know what I mean?
Nigga just can't take a compliment,
Well,
man.
you know what it is. I don't want it to come off like I just jump off the damn porch.
Nah,
This is
nah,
what
nah.
I do.
You been jumped off the porch, but consistency is everything, man. You started this from a young bull. Now you an OG, still in the game, and
Thank you.
I salute that.
Shout out for trying to big me up. That's what's up. You know what I
I
mean?
ain't try, I did. You just don't know how to open your heart up and receive the love.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is us, man. This is Mask Off, episode 92. Deuce, deuce, deuce.
93.
Red, black, and green, baby. This is us. So, I don't have no last screen to show.
Nah,
Nope.
because I wonder why we don't have a last screen to show. It's
You
not
know
your fault.
what? You know what? Somebody's job is up to grabs. And I'm not saying no names, but you know that I know
Yep. That we
that
know.
I know. You know what I mean? So,
Love y'all. Hey, our subscribers going. If you ain't subscribed, tap in. We'll see y'all next week.
all right. Shout out to Jake. Shout out to Dan. Happy
Oh,
birthday to the press.
happy birthday, Prez. President Daniel Jackson. His birthday is tomorrow.
Yeah, shout out to
Man,
him.
big happy birthday to the man. You know, he out here. He doing big things.
Yeah,
Doing
so
big
happy
things.
birthday. Rockets and spaceships.
Take
All
off.
that means take off. We out.